Got some news you didn't want to hear. Feels like your foundation is shaking. I booked us some seats, a trip. You and me need a little warm breeze inspiration. And Malibu is looking like a sunshine healer. We'll let our toes in the sand, drink in our hand, give this past year the middle finger. Every breath is a gift, every sunset a kiss. And all I wanna do is run away with you on a night like this. Every day is a song, and as long as I live, all I wanna do is run away with you on a night like this. On a night like this. Ooh, 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 ooh. Babe, here we are with a sky full of stars. Wanna breathe you in for a moment. Coming and wild, the surf and the sounds and the moon setting fire to the ocean. Every breath is a gift, every sunset a kiss. All I wanna do is run away with you on a night like this. Every day is a song, and as long as I live, all I wanna do is run away with you on a night like this. On a night like this. Ooh, 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 ooh. I see it in your smile, and I see it in your eyes. Let's run away every day for the rest of our lives. Oh, every breath is a gift, every sunset a kiss. All I wanna do is run away with you on a night like this. Every day is a song, and as long as I live, baby, all I wanna do is run away with you on a night like this. 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 A night like
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
That girl was born wind on wheels, burning down a dirt road and training wheels with her pigtails flying. Fist in the air, mouth of back talk, hit the ground running before she could walk. Had something to prove and nothing to lose. Breathe, mama, one breath at a time, one test at a time. You see, mama, you can't steal the fire from a firefly. She's free, just like you want her to be, mama. Hot pink nails, red lipstick, glove compartment crammed with parking tickets, too many to count. Smart as a whip, won't take no lip from silly boy. She don't listen to it at 16. Well, she knows everything. So breathe, mama, one breath at a time, one test at a time. You see, mama, you can't steal the fire from the firefly. She's free, just like you want her to be, mama. But the world's gonna be what the world's gonna be. She's gonna have to learn that for herself, you know. With a wild heart hoping, there she goes. So breathe, mama. You can't step in, you can't stop time. You see, mama, she's got your stubborn and her daddy's eyes. She's free, just like you taught her to be. Oh, she's free, just like you prayed she would be.
Her name is Nicole Witt. She is originally from Springfield, Missouri. We got to hang out with her last Sunday when she performed live at the Southbound Bar and Grill. She's opening up a 4th of July edition of the Triple Play Thursday show with Tim Kelly on KICR IndieCountryRadio.com tonight. That was called Breathe Mama, and on a night like this before that, and we'll have her brand new single in just a moment for her third one in the Triple Play. Welcome to the Tim Kelly Show from KICR IndieCountryRadio.com, broadcasting live from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. We've got fireworks behind me in the background of this live show tonight. They're going to go on for 3 hours. Man, that's costing me a ton of money, but we're doing as big as Macy's tonight in New York City, so you can tune in right here and listen to some great music in the background instead of the fireworks booming. You might hear some when I talk, though. It is literally the 4th of July, and we are live on the radio, so we're going to have a good time tonight. I've got a couple of great radio interviews tonight as well. My good friend Ron Jenkins is going to be first tonight at the bottom half of this hour. Then at the bottom half of hour number 2, Andrew Dean and the Farm Machine going to be with me. So we got a couple of great interviews, stories behind the songs, and lots of great country music on a Triple Play Thursday, where every artist gets played 3 times in a row. I want to thank all the radio stations that replay this program. We have great ones on board like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com from Belgium, devilscountryradio.com, radiotheking.be, also Belgium, downtheroadradio.com from Ireland, Bourbon Trail Radio, Top Shelf Radio, Texas, lakeparadiserecords.net, a great Sony Orchard record label. We are on canyonstar.tv. We are on TV on YouTube right now on our station's YouTube channel, KICR Indie Country Radio. Go over there, subscribe, and you'll get notified when we go on the air live like we are right now. We're on all the streaming services like Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Apple Music, wherever you listen to podcasts. Just search The Tim Kelly Show. The third single in the triple play for my good friend Nicole Witt is her latest single. It is called Trains I Missed on The Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
Here's to the trains I missed, the loves I lost, the bridges I burned, the rivers I never crossed. Call I didn't hear, the signs I didn't heed, the roads I couldn't take, and the maps I wouldn't read. It's a big old world, but I found my way through the pain and the hurt. Well, they led me straight to this. Here's to the trains I missed. Well, I've been a clown, I've been a fool. I pushed on every chance, crossed way too many lines, trying to crawl out of God's hands. There were stones I didn't throw, and hearts I didn't break, and the hopes that I held on to with a little bit of faith. It's a big old world, and I found my way through the pain and the hurt. They led me straight to this. Here's to the trains I missed. Here's to the place I found, this love I know, the sky and the ground that I call home, and the thing I believe deep inside of me, and the moments when I feel I'm right where I'm meant to be. It's a big old world, but I found my way through the pain and the hurt. Well, they led me straight to this. Oh, it's a big old world, and I found my way through the pain and the hurt. Well, they led me straight to this. Your touch and your kiss, here's to the trains I missed. Here's to the trains I missed. Here's to the trains I missed.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
He still combs his hair like Elvis, pays cash for everything, and he'll only drive a Chevy, and he thinks Alan Jackson's king. He knows everyone by name, like the local hardware store. They don't make them like that anymore. Up with the sun each morning, hardly missed a day of work. Summer 1957, he helped build that Lutheran church. Believes a man should work all week, save Sunday for the Lord. They don't make them like that anymore. Standing shoulder to shoulder with him now, I still feel small, and I'm still looking up to him like he's 10 feet tall. Something about that generation, these days I think we need them more than we ever did before. But they don't make them like that anymore. He married his sweet Mary, June 1955. He goes on and on about her casseroles, her clear blue eyes. He still helps her with her coat, still opens her car door. They don't make them like that anymore. Standing shoulder to shoulder with him now, I still feel small, and I'm still looking up to him like he's 10 feet tall. There's something about that generation, these days I think we need them more than we ever did before. But they don't make them like that anymore. Generation, these days I think we need them more than we ever did before. Yeah, that's for sure. But they don't make it like that anymore. He still combs his hair like Elvis, pays cash for everything.
Song number 2.
Boy, mama, I don't know how you did everything you did for all us kids, and made it look so easy when I know it had to be so hard. Those early days, the first few scars had you scared to death half the time, I guess. And boy, mama, so much I wanna say. Never missed a step, never missed a game. Drug me to church on Sunday. From my first car, those teenage years. First girlfriend, some of your fears. Kept you up all night, ain't that right? Oh, and mama, just like your t-shirt said, one of a kind, straight from the sky, made tough as it gets. Oh, and I wanna just make sure you know I'll take her hand and be her man, but I'll never let you go, 'cause a part of me will always be your boy, mama. And boy, mama, you ought to be a millionaire if you got paid for all those days and every whispered prayer. And all I have are I owe you, just for patched up jeans and that window till you would have lost your mind if the good Lord didn't make wine. Oh, mama, just like your t-shirt said, one of a kind, straight from the sky, made tough as it gets. Oh, and I wanna just make sure you know I'll take her hand and be her man, but I'll never let you go, 'cause a part of me like your t-shirt said. One of a kind, straight from the sky, made tough as it gets. So and I wanna just make sure you know I'll take her hand and be her man. I'll never let you go, 'cause a part of me will always be your boy, mama. Your boy, mama.
That is actually his latest single out to radio right now. His name is Jason Blaine. It is Blaine. If you want to check him out on social media, that is called Boy Mama, and there's a great video to that you can check out on YouTube as well. Before that, a song about his grandpa. They don't make them like that anymore. And I love both of those, and you're going to love the third one here in just a moment. We're going to have Ron Jenkins in here for a great radio interview after we play the third one in the triple play for Jason Blaine. It is called Countryside. We love it on the new Countryside on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR. Indie Country Radio playing new country's best on a 4th of July triple play Thursday.
You'll know her when you see her. She'll be the one in the scuffed up boots, old ball cap, ponytail through the back, grooving to a Garth Brooks tune. Her first car was a truck. She ain't afraid to sling it in the mud. Ooh, 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 that's the thing about my baby. Ooh, 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 you can blame it on her raising. She get a little unwound on a Friday night. Coke in the crown, the moon and the shine. Lord, I love how she ain't shy, showing off her countryside. Meet her friends out, get a little out, round about Friday night. Might shotgun, a couple cool ones, out where the stars shine bright. Favorite blue jeans, frayed and torn, out there with the crickets and the cattle and the corn. Ooh, 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 that's the thing about my baby. Ooh, 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 you can blame it on her raising. She get a little unwound on a Friday night, with the Coke in the crown, the moon and the shine. Lord, I love how she ain't shy, showing off her countryside. It's late, that look in her eyes says you wanna get lost, take a little ride. Ain't no telling what we might find. She scoots over and the dashboard lights shows a little more of that countryside. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, 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 that's the thing about my baby. Lord, I love how she ain't shy, showing off her countryside. Yeah, showing off her countryside.
To the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is Triple Play Thursday, and that means every artist gets played 3 times in a row, and it's July 4th, Independence Day. So we are happy to have you on the program tonight, and we have Ron Jenkins also with us tonight. How are you, my friend?
Doing well, Tim. Good to hear from you.
Great to hear from you. Thanks for doing the program and spending some of your Independence Day with us as well.
It's my pleasure. I look forward to these type of things. It's it's very, I'm very fortunate, and so are many independent artists, that someone like you does what you do.
Well, I appreciate doing it, and it's always great to play what we can call New Country's best, and I can sure say it behind your songs. And I want to thank a gentleman by the name of John Romanelli for putting us together. He is fantastic, and he sent me one of your songs, and I was hooked on that one song, and I had to hear the rest of them.
Well, I'm grateful to John. John is an excellent writer. He's got written a lot of songs, and it's kind of funny the way that we met. I was in Poland doing a project for a company and starting up a new plant, and a letter came in the mail to my grandmother's house in Rockingham, North Carolina. Well, at this time I lived on the coast of North Carolina, and like I said, I was 5,000 miles away. But it was from John. He had heard one of the songs you're going to play tonight, "Crown in My Glass," and he wanted me to be the voice of his music. And so we, at that point, started doing correspondence back and forth. He sent me a bunch of songs, and I recorded them, and that's how we got to where we are today.
That is awesome. And you're originally from Rockingham, North Carolina, but now you're in Conway, South Carolina, right?
That's correct.
Awesome.
I have, I moved down here on the coast, I guess around 2008, and been down here ever since. And it is it's a good place for music. A lot of folks here that perform, a lot of places to perform every day, a lot of venues, and just a lot of good music.
Absolutely. I just recently interviewed my good friend Jody Medford for the second time. He's from the Carolinas as well. He performed here in Branson for 8 years, but the Carolinas were home to him, so he moved back, and he sure knows a lot of the artists and the music history here of Branson, Missouri, too. So fantastic to talk to him again, and it's great to have you on, too. You listened to your mom growing up. You thought she had a great singing voice, and so tell us a little bit about that, too.
Well, when I was a kid, my mom, she was 17 when I was born. So, when I was small, she was like my older sister. I mean, she was my mother in a disciplinarian, but she was like my older sister. Mm-hmm. And so we did things together all the time. And she had this massive collection of 45s, and we would sit around and listen to them all the time. And, the radio was always playing on Saturday mornings if we were cleaning around the house. And, we would sing together on all these different songs that were out there in the time. I can remember in the 70s we enjoyed the sounds of the Kindles, and we enjoyed like Tony Orlando and Dawn, and just anything that would play during that time, and it facilitated my love for country.
They have been to Branson a bunch of times, and I've had the pleasure to sit down and interview Jeannie Kendall in person on this program. She is fantastic, and her good friend Carl Acuff Jr., they're doing a show now called The Kendalls Rekindled, since, her dad passed away quite a few years ago, but she even, they won a Grammy for Heaven's Just a Sin Away, and man, that's a good song. I love it.
Oh, yeah, that was one of my mom's favorites, and she was an avid Conway Twitty fan, as every woman was during that time.
Yep.
So we, a lot of times when I'm playing here around home, and I record things on little applications and stuff just to put music out for people to listen to on occasion and see what they think. I'm always looking at Conway Twitty songs when I go down the list of songs.
Yeah. That is awesome. I'm playing him and Loretta Lynn and a bunch of other good classic ones on my classic country radio station. That's on the air 24/7 when I'm not doing this show. So I've always loved the classics too, and especially that 90s country from about 25 years ago is really what got me into wanting to do country radio in the first place. There's some good stuff.
Yeah, that's when I was doing a lot of performing was in the early 90s. Been in the military and been all over the country and sang in multiple places, and and opportunities were available in the 90s. They signed everybody.
Yeah.
I had an invitation to demo for MCA Nashville in 1999.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to decline because it came about 2 months after I got custody of my two daughters. They were 10 and 8, and I was a single father with two daughters.
Mm-hmm.
So, life kind of got in the way. So for this opportunity to come around again now, 25 years later, it's pretty neat.
Yeah, and boy, that's, you stay in this thing long enough, and good things happen for you, and you get to meet people. And same with me. I've been doing this show for going on 13 years now, and get to meet people like you, and that's why we do what we do here on this end of it too.
It's a blessing, and I truly believe that there's a time for all things under heaven.
Yeah.
And if you stay the course and hold on to your faith, it's going to happen for you.
I believe that too, man. And your music is great. People are going to definitely love what they hear tonight. Let me ask you this too. You are a veteran of this country, and we talked about that before. And we love our veterans here in Branson. In fact, we dedicate a whole week to the veterans. And every show I've ever been to in Branson, they always have every branch of the armed services, the Coast Guard, whatever service you were in, stand up and they give you applause and give great tribute to our veterans. So thank you for your service. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you. It was a privilege for me to be in the Army. It was something that of a long family history of people that have served, even, going back before my grandfather to my father, and then, of course, my daughter was in the Army as well. So,
yeah.
It was a big deal for my whole family.
That is awesome. Just last week, I met a couple of ladies from Defenders Gateway. I met Carol in Springfield, or in St. Louis, actually, when I hosted Freedom Jam USA last September the 30th. And so we met in person again about last week, and I'm going to be interviewing her and Sherry from Defenders Gateway. That's coming up next month. But they have a great service that they help don't get you connected with a lot of different programs for veterans. And all you got to do is go on my website now to the Defenders Gateway tab and scan that QR code. They'll hook you up with all kind of free services. So I'll mention that to you and all the veterans that are out there listening. That is available for everybody.
Well, thank you. And we can't do enough for those who voluntarily gave up their time to protect our country.
That is absolutely correct. We wouldn't be doing shows like this tonight with Independence Day, and we really wouldn't have that independence if it wasn't for our veterans. Even 200 years ago, fought to get us away from England. So here we are.
Yeah, I was talking about that just yesterday.
Yeah, interesting. So we're glad that you guys did what you did, and we'll never forget it. And we want to dedicate this show and this day to all of our veterans as well. So happy July 4th. I'm glad Ron Jenkins is with us tonight. You've got a song that we're going to start with, though. It's called Unhappy Hour. Tell us about this one.
Well, it's a John Romanelli song, and it was a really unique spin on the happy hour concept, right? I remember years ago, Ray Stevens had a song called Happy Hour, or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And I was laughing at him. He was so funny. But the spin on happy hour, people talk about, 4 to 6 a day happy hour, you drink so cheaper, blah, blah, blah. But truly, isn't it unhappy hour when you're going to go sit in the afternoon and have a drink and think about how bad things are?
Yep.
When you lost that one that you love to death, and I thought it was a really unique spin on the happy hour concept, and John does a great job in the lyrics and the music, and it's really easy for me to just lay my voice on it.
There you go. And the folks are going to love that. And then we're going to come back and talk about another song that is doing quite well for you on all the streaming services called Crown in My Glass. So there's some good music on the way from Ron Jenkins. We're going to play Unhappy Hour right now and come back and talk some more on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Triple Play Thursday.
All my friends say forget her. out and have some fun. But they've got no idea of all the damage that she's done. Her memory is killing me. This pain has got to end. So Jack and Jim, come on in. It's unhappy hour again. Bartender, please, one more of these, and keep them coming till I tell you when. It's unhappy hour again. On every bar stool sits a good old boy like me, drinking to forget that girl who haunts his memory. It's hard to hide the hurt inside, and so I pretend. Let's make it clear, she's why I'm here. It's unhappy hour again. Bartender, please, one more of these, and keep them coming till I tell you when. It's unhappy hour again. Whoa. The heart is broken, ain't easy to fix. And when you love someone, it's hard to call it quits. Her love for me is history, and so the story ends. So raise your glass, here's to the past. It's unhappy hour again. Old Jack and Jim, come on in. It's unhappy hour again. Unhappy hour again.
That is called Unhappy Hour. His name is Ron Jenkins. He is live with us tonight on this Triple Play Thursday, and that is a fantastic song, and you just heard the story behind it. Good job, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. Interesting take on happy hour. There can be some unhappy hours out there, and so that is a really well done song. You've got another great song called "Crown in My Glass" that we're going to play next, and that one is really getting a lot of love on social media. I've seen it's getting streamed a bunch here lately.
Yeah, it's doing pretty well. I think it's one of those that I've been writing songs since I was 12 or 13 years old, I guess. And a good friend of mine that I grew up with, Rodney Ingle, he and I used to write together as children. He lives in Nashville, and he works with still in the music industry. Does a lot of. He's a Pro Tools engineer.
Uh-huh.
He does a lot in the music industry with different artists. And I wrote the basis for "Crown in My Glass" in 2017, and it came from a poem that I wrote. And so I sent it to Rodney, and he and a colleague of his, George Forbes, they wanted to co-write with me. And so they worked on, took what I had sent to them, and they massaged it around, and that's how we got to where we are.
You know, it's a neat process of writing a song and then putting it together, and sometimes it gets held on to for a little while. I've had artists tell me 8 to 10 years, and they finally go into their library and said, man, it's time to pull that song out and record it. You recorded the vocals to this in 2020 during the pandemic, obviously, and then you just released it to Reverb Nation just a little while ago. So, man, I'm sure glad we have it now.
Yeah, it was it's a kind of a labor of love, you know. It's something very close to me, and trying to hold on to it you know, for the right time, and thankfully I had a lot of pressure from friends and family to release it, and decided to do so. But I think it's a wonderful song, and it's a great story.
Yeah. Absolutely. You said that your mom was there with your Aunt Sally, and that was one of the times on stage is the only time that your mom got to see you perform. So that's awesome memory, isn't it?
Yeah, I was 15 years old, and
15.
It was the first time that I sang as a soloist on stage, and we were talking about classic country earlier, but I sang "Always on My Mind," which was a Willie Nelson song at the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and there's probably around 1,000 people there, I guess. And I was shaking like a leaf on a tree. And my mom was there and got to sing me, see me and hear me. And that was the only time she ever saw me on stage. She had a lot of health problems, and she passed away in 2011. And I'm actually working on a new song now that I penned probably a month or so ago, and it kind of tells the story of the struggles of a coming artist, and how you carry your show inside an old guitar because you don't have anywhere else to carry anything.
Yeah.
But it talks about the times listening to music with my mother and singing with her, and I know she can hear everything I'm doing now. So
Yep.
it's
That is awesome. She can sure be proud of what you got going on, and I'm sure glad that John Romanelli sent me your music, man. It's been fun to interview you tonight. It's great to be playing your music, and I want to thank you for the support, too, of coming into our YouTube Live that we're doing right now and being in our chat room and listening to some of these other great artists. I love it when the independent artists support other artists and like their music, too. And a lot of great collaborations have come from that, you know, duet performances, or maybe you find somebody you want to co-write with in all these artists that we play.
Yeah, and there's so many good young artists that are you know, putting music out there that still carry the classic country sound.
Yep.
You know, it's not a lot of what comes out of Nashville it's good music, but it's not what I would consider country. From my era of country, I guess. And there's a lot of young people today that really have great vocal abilities that are putting it to the contemporary classic country.
Yeah.
Really.
You are absolutely right. There's a couple off the top of my head that I can think of that I'm playing mainly on my New Music Friday show. His name is Caden Wilson is one of them. He's got 2 songs out to radio right now. He's just getting started. And then Jesse Keith Whitley also is helping him. That is Keith Whitley's son and Lori Morgan's son. And then also another person that was on season number 20 of American Idol. His name is Dan Marshall, and he's got a song called Heaven's Honky Tonk. If you haven't heard it yet, go back and listen to some of my shows, and I'll probably play it tomorrow night. It is fantastic as well.
There's just so much talent out there.
Yep.
And there's some good writing out there too. I mean, from the perspective of someone that sits and ponders ideas to write a song or to get written word out to people. There's some really good stuff being written, and really good spin on old takes of old things.
Yeah.
So there's really good stuff going on.
Absolutely. And so I'm going to ask you about your social media here in just a second, but I did see from it that you are booking some gigs for this summer, too, and looking to play some shows. So let's tell everybody where they can find Ron Jenkins if they want to have you come play at their venue, or where they can find you if they want to hear more of your music as well.
So I'm available on Ron Jenkins Music on Facebook and Ron Jenkins on Facebook. And All of my contact information is listed there, my email, telephone, any means to contact me is available there.
Okay.
And what we're doing is I was being overseas working until April of last year. Since I've been back, I've been working on putting together a band and getting the right bit of people together. And, it just takes time and it's a lot of work. And I had a good friend of mine that I've been singing with for 30 years or so. And he sings and plays, and he's going to he and I have been working on a duo setup where just sit down with an acoustic guitar and two guys on bar stools and see if we can't make somebody smile. So that's what we're looking for now.
That is awesome. I just went and saw an artist this last week that I interviewed here recently for the second time, Nicole Witt. She's originally from Springfield, Missouri, and she brought a guy named Cheyenne Metters with her, and then her daughter actually opened for them too, and all great performances, and they can sure play and sing, and I know you can too. We've already heard that, so go see Ron Jenkins in a live show, folks. You won't be disappointed. Thank you for doing the interview tonight, Ron. We appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you for the opportunity.
You are welcome. Man, have a great 4th of July, and we'll keep playing your music. We'll see you on the radio, and we'll do this again real soon.
I look forward to it.
This is called Crown in My Glass. His name is Ron Jenkins on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio. New Country's Best on a Triple Play Thursday, July 4th. Happy Independence Day, everybody.
I sit here in the silence, and I'm taken back in time to when you were my everything. Oh, and everything was mine. Some days we get second chances. Some days we just hit the wall and wish we had the riches or the power to go back and change it all. So tonight I'll be a king. Someone else can be the clown. This old bar stool is my throne, and I say whiskey all around, drowning all those used to be, drinking dust into the past. Tomorrow I'll be back to me, but tonight I'm a king with this crown in my glass. No man is an island. Nobody makes it on their own. Nothing like a trying, but in the end, it's a sum of words in stone. And how it feels without you, only God can understand. He knows how I've tried, but sometimes it takes more than just a man. So tonight I'll be the king, and someone else can be the clown. This old bar stool is my throne, and I'm pouring whiskey down, drowning all those used to be, drinking ghost into the past. Tomorrow I'll be back to me, but tonight I'm a king with this crown in my glass. Oh, for 1 or 2 more hours, I will hold the power, and I say whiskey all around, drowning all those lost into the past. I'll be the wisest king of all until its last call, with this crown in my glass. Oh, tomorrow I'll be me, but tonight I'm king, with this crown in my glass.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Hello, whiskey. Man, it's been a long, long time. Guess you heard my baby left me for a so-called friend of mine. One thing's for certain, nothing's certain anymore. Everything that mattered just walked out my door. Hello, whiskey. Hello. Hello, whiskey. So how have you been? I never thought I'd see your face again. I'll spare the details and cut to the chase. I've got a lot of memories to try to erase. Hello, whiskey. Hello. So I've got to make this hurt disappear, and that's the only reason I'm sitting here. Hey, bartender, don't pass me by. Just leave that bottle, son, here's mud in your eye. Hello, whiskey. Hello. I'm glad you're here. I hope you don't mind my bending your ear. I can't believe I missed all the signs. How could she leave me after all of this time? Hello, whiskey. Hello. So I've got to make this hurt disappear, and that's the only reason I'm sitting here. Hey, bartender, don't pass me by. Just leave that bottle, son, here's mud in your eye. Hello, whiskey. Hello. Hello, whiskey. Hello.
His name is Ron Jenkins. That is called Hello Whiskey. That one doing quite well on the country music charts. And go like Ron Jenkins' music on Facebook and tell him Tim Kelly sent you. He is fantastic. If you love a classic country sound, he sure makes that kind of music. And I want to thank him for being on the program tonight. And here's Mud in Your Eye, Ron. I've got my Kansas City Chiefs cup right here. Got some tea in it. Oh, yeah. Tasting real good, and appreciate the songs tonight. They are awesome. And you're going to hear Ron's voice on my Classic Country Radio channel as well. He's going to be doing some liners for me, so he loves classic country music as much as I do, and I had to put that station together. It is on the air 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year when I'm not doing the live radio shows. So you can check that all out on our website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. There is a QR code on there where you can download the Classic Country Radio app. It is absolutely free, and you can send it to your smartphone and listen to it in your car. Just plug that thing in, and man, that's what I love doing on road trips, is listening to that kind of stuff as well. Welcome to hour number 2 of the Tim Kelly Show. It is Triple Play Thursday. On this 4th of July, we are playing 3 songs in a row from every artist all show long. That's how we do it on Triple Play Thursday, and we're just getting warmed up. I have Andrew Dean from Andrew Dean and the Farm Machine going to be with me as well at the bottom half of this hour, so stay tuned for that. There's lots more coming up in the show. How about this next gentleman? We met 10 years ago in Nashville, Tennessee. Man, time flies when you're having fun, and he is still making great country music. He's about to drop a brand new single, and I sure look forward to having it. His name is Tony Corrales from Tony Corrales Band. He is from Arizona. This is called Coming Home So Easy on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
A soft kiss in the morning, then I'm headed off to work. Got no time for real things, just the things that don't have worth. Grab my morning coffee, just to make it through the day. Thoughts of you fill my head, and all my heart can say, girl, you make coming home so easy. Standing on that front porch, looking so damn good. Yeah, girl, you make loving you so easy. I wouldn't change you if I could. You've got those baby blues, look at you, wrapped around my heart so true. Don't know what I'd ever do, honey, without you. Sunday morning sunshine, just peeking through the blinds, looking like an angel, wishing I could just stop time. Laying here together, holding on real tight, feel our hearts beat as one, makes everything so right. Girl, you make coming home so easy. Standing on that front porch, looking so damn good. Yeah, girl, you make loving you so easy. I wouldn't change you if I could. You've got those baby blues, look at you, wrapped around my heart so true. you make coming home so easy. Standing on that front porch, looking so damn good. Yeah, girl, you make loving you so easy. I wouldn't change you if I could. You got those baby blues, look at you, wrapped around my heart so true. Don't know what I'd ever do, honey, without you. Don't know what I'd ever do without you.
Song number 2.
Honky tonks and cantinas, I feel right at home in either. Long necks and tequila can make a bad memory gone. A two-stepping senorita can walk into your heart and heal you. Honky tonks and cantinas, my other home away from home. You can get a little sideways listening to George Strait and how he's just a troubadour. Or hear the mariachis play sad songs about yesterday. She don't love you anymore. Honky tonks and cantinas, I feel right at home in either. Long necks and tequila can make a bad memory gone. A two-stepping senorita can walk into your heart and heal you. Honky tonks and cantinas, my other home away from home. Nothing like getting down, listening to that Texas sound. Twin fiddles and a steel guitar. Killing time with friends in low places, having rounds flirting with the waitress till that neon moon is gone. Honky tonks and cantinas, I feel right at home in either. Long necks and tequila can make a bad memory gone. A two-stepping senorita can walk into your heart and heal you. Honky tonks and cantinas, my other home away from home. Honky tonks and cantinas, my other home away from home.
That is called Honky Tonks and Cantinas. His name is Tony Corrales from the Tony Corrales Band, TCB for short. If you want to check him out all over social media, he is fantastic and making some brand new music. Man, I'm excited about that. And I know one of our listeners in Indianapolis, Indiana is too. Her name is Lula Bradbury. Let's give her a big shout out. We know she's tuned in tonight on this July 4th Independence Day edition of the Tim Kelly Show on Triple Play Thursday. Thank you all for tuning in. We sure do appreciate it. Wherever you're at, come in and say hello for a second if you can on our YouTube channel. We got a live chat room in there. Would love to hear from you. I'm looking at the stats for the Ron Jenkins interview. It was a big one, so thanks for tuning in. I know we all appreciate it, and Ron Jenkins does as well. One more from Tony Corrales and the Tony Corrales Band. It is called Fight for Your Love on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on this Triple Play Thursday.
I still open doors for you, baby. Give you a kiss goodnight. And even when things turn out wrong, I do my best to make it right. You used to leave little notes. I'd find them throughout my day. I wanna be your one and only. I see you're in love but lonely. So I'm gonna fight for your love. Show you everything this man is made of. And I take one hell of a beating to learn how to treat you right. 'Cause girl, I'm not going down without a fight. I miss you when you're gone, even just for the day. All the beauty I still see in you just takes my breath away. You used to walk up behind and wrap your loving arms around me. I wanna be your one and only. I see you're in love but lonely. So I'm gonna fight for your love. Show you everything this man is made of. And I take one hell of a beating to learn how to treat you right. 'Cause girl, I'm not going down without a fight. Baby, I'm gonna fight to make this house a home. And I'm sorry I made you feel so alone. So I'm gonna fight for your love. Show you everything this man is made of. And I take one hell of a beating to learn how to treat you right. 'Cause girl, I'm not going down. No, 'cause girl, I'm not going down without a fight. No,
country tunes on the radio.
Get it?
Today's country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do.
Today's country.
I think I'm going to celebrate the 4th of July shooting off a few fireworks.
Have a great 4th of July, but please leave the fireworks to the pros.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
I'm a straight shot. Mama thinks that I'll die single, 'cause my Bonnet Parker side makes all of the good boys tremble. But I'm gonna find my Clyde. He'll be my lead and powder, and I'll be his yellow rose. We'll ride or die till we're dust and bones, 'cause everybody knows. Cup of tea, but that don't bother me. I don't need no poker face or aces up my sleeve. There ain't nothing on this little black label that I'm not. I'm a straight shot. I'm a flag flying, God fearing, heat packing, bad mamacita. And if you don't like what I and you can get out of my casino. I tell it like it is and I shoot to kill. I kick like lightning from a Texas steel. I may not be your cup of tea, but that don't bother me. I don't need no poker face or aces up my sleeve. There ain't nothing on this little black label that I'm not. I'm a straight shot. I'm a straight shot. I'm a straight shot.
Song number 2.
Well, don't mind me, minding my business, hanging clothes on the line, watching him sneak in and out of her kitchen, getting sugar on the side. When he came home, I had his whiskey waiting like I do every night. But he was good as gone after one little taste of bittersweet cyanide. Crossfire, dodging eyes like bullets. Crossfire, the talk of the town. The grapevine buzzing about a missing husband who's nowhere to be found. But out back where the roses grow, where good for nothing lying, cheating lovers go, the truth is buried and it's just between the good Lord and little old me. Well, the sheriff says it's sure smells funny that I ain't shed a tear. And the preacher says he ain't seen me on a Sunday since the fool disappeared. Now Betty Lou said she saw me with a shovel, and Mary Jo heard a shot. Rumors flying about a drag-out struggle, but gossip's all they got. Crossfire dodging eyes like bullets. Crossfire, the talk of the town. The grapevine's buzzing about a missing husband who's nowhere to be found. But out back where the roses grow, we're good for nothing, lying, cheating, lovers gone. The truth is buried and it's just between the good Lord and little old me. Came knocking to take me to the pen. Everybody and their mama on my front lawn watching, waving on CNN. Crossfire dodging eyes like a bullet's crossfire. The talk of the town, the grapevine's buzzing about a missing husband. The neighbor's dog just found out back where the roses grow. We're good for nothing, lying, cheating, lovers gone. The truth is out, but I've made my peace with the good Lord and little old me.
Fire from Jordan Rayner, and before that another great tune called Straight Shot. We'll have one more in just a second. She is an alumni artist of season number 24 of NBC's The Voice. She was on Team Reba, made it all the way to the top 9. She is from Atoka, Oklahoma, and down there where I lived for 20 years before coming back home to Branson, Missouri, and Ada, Oklahoma as well. I lived there, and she just sold out McSwain Theater a few weeks ago in Ada, Oklahoma. She had this one really cool little fan that asked her to marry him, and she got engaged. How about that? She's probably not totally serious, but boy, he was, and what a cute little fan he was as well. Her nation fan base is called the Spitfire Nation, so join the Spitfire Nation and go follow Jordan Rayner all over social media. And she also works with Brickshore Media out of Nashville, Tennessee, and my good friend Nicole Zeller as well. She has been a special guest on this program late last year, and I love talking to my good friend Jordan Rayner. Love playing her music as well. The third one in the triple play tonight for Jordan Rayner has a great video to it. You got to check this one out on YouTube. It is called Damn Sandwich on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this July 4th Triple Play Thursday.
Woke up this morning, wrong side of the bed. Got a crick in my neck and a pounding head. I'm down to my last nerve. Don't you get on it. No, I don't want to talk and I don't want to kiss. Ain't nothing broke that you can fix. Kinda sounds like you ought to shut your mouth now, don't it? You make your own coffee, iron your own shirt, and kiss your own self when you leave for work. Let the dog out to play in the yard. Bring in the mail, no, it ain't that hard. Don't worry about me, I'll be fine with a pint of ice cream and a bottle of wine. And by the way, have a nice day. And if you get hungry, make your own damn sandwich. work, let the dog out to play in the yard, and bring in the mail. Boy, it ain't that hard. Don't worry about me, I'll be fine with a pint of ice cream and a bottle of wine. Oh, by the way, have a nice day. And if you get hungry, make your own damn sandwich. I just need a day. I'll be fine tomorrow.
You're listening to Triple Play Thursday on KICR Indie Country Radio.
I take Route 405 sometimes on my way home. It's a little out of my way, but that's the way I go. There's a patch of wildflowers that grow summer, fall, and spring. My baby's big on little things. I rise and shine with the morning sun long before she does. I head downstairs to the kitchen and I grab her favorite cup. Her sweet kiss comes with that coffee that I bring. My baby's big on little things. A little white frame wedding chapel and a little white dress her grandma made. A little house with a little extra room for some little one someday. A lifelong vow that I'll be keeping in this tiny diamond ring. Yeah, my baby's big on little things. She's big on little things. I pick up that cell phone for no reason and no rhyme, just to remind her that she's always on my mind. I smile just thinking of her smiling when it rains. My baby's big on little things. A little white frame wedding chapel and a little white dress her grandma made. A little house with a little extra room for some little one someday. A lifelong vow that I'll be keeping in this tiny diamond ring. Yeah, my baby's big on little things. White frame wedding chapel and a little white dress her grandma made. A little house with a little extra room for some little one someday. A lifelong vow that I'll be keeping in this tiny diamond ring. Yeah, my baby's big on little. My baby's big on little. My baby's big on little things. Big on little things.
Song number 2. I'm gonna be like all the others before you met me. Those other clowns, I've gotta warn you now, I'm gonna let you down. If you're sure it's gonna fall apart and you're only waiting for me to break your heart, thinking that's what love's about, I'm gonna let you down. I'm gonna change
expectations. I'm gonna make a smile out of that frown. But if you're convinced I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna let you down. If you're suspecting that I'm only here to whisper sweet words in your ear just for tonight, I've got to tell you now, I'm gonna let you down. I'm gonna change your expectations. I'm gonna make a smile out of that frown. But if you're convinced I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna let you down. I'm gonna change your expectations. I'm gonna make a smile out of that frown. But if you're convinced I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna let you down. But if you're convinced I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna let you down.
His name is Lee Sims. He is from the great state of Colorado. That is called I'm Gonna Let You Down. And before that, Big on the Little Things. He's another great country music artist with a classic country sound. And you can hear his voice on Classic Country Radio. He's doing some radio liners for the station, and we sure do appreciate it. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We got you covered with the best of the classics. Just hit that Classic Country Radio tab on our website at KICR Indie Country Radio.com and scan the QR code down below where the player is on the website, and you can download the free Classic Country Radio app to your cell phone and listen as well. We're going to have another great radio interview, the second one tonight, with Andrew Dean and the Farm Machine. After one more from Lee Sims, it is his latest single, If God Got the Blues, on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on this 4th of July Triple Play Thursday.
Every time the church doors open, or walking around with a Bible in my hand. But I've hit my knees, I've made my peace, and I know where I'm going. And one day I'm gonna meet the man. Please don't get me wrong, 'cause I'm no better than the rest. But there's just a simple question that we need to ask ourselves. What would we do if God got the blues? If he threw his hands up in the air, looked down and said he didn't care, or we asked for forgiveness and he refused, tell me, what would we do if God got the blues? Can you see a small child praying? Now I lay me down to sleep, and the good Lord turned a deaf ear to it all. Or a man who with his last breath said he's finally seen the light, but when he closed his eyes, the dark was all he saw. No, I don't mean to scare so, or put no one to shame, But the way this world's been going, don't it make you stop and think, what would we do if God got the blues? If he threw his hands up in the air, looked down and said he didn't care, or we asked for forgiveness and he refused, tell me, what would we do if God got the blues? Tell me, what would we do if God got the blues?
Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. We are live from Branson, Missouri tonight, the live show capital of the world, on a triple play Thursday on Independence Day. It is July 4th, and I am proud to have my special guest tonight, Andrew Dean, with Andrew Dean and the Farm Machine with us tonight. How are you, my friend?
Oh, we're doing great, Tim. It's really great to be with you.
Man, thanks for doing the program. It is great to have you on, and I've been looking forward to this one. I'm looking at some of your bio, and you're a top talent in the world of country music and got a real busy schedule this summer.
Yes, sir. We keep busy.
That is awesome. And I know you found me. I'm not sure how. I've been doing this show for going on year number 13. We just completed 12 years in May, but I'm sure glad you did find me, and glad to have you, man.
We are sure glad to be here with you.
You're from the great state of Ohio. I've talked to a lot of artists from that area. Richard Lynch specifically, about 6 interviews I've done with him from the Richard Lynch Band, and we got to meet him when he came to Springfield, Missouri, and did a show. And you were telling me off the air you've been here as well to Springfield and Branson.
Yes. It's been a few years back, but yeah, we were. Oh my gosh, we were at the iPlex in Springfield.
Okay.
So we played there for a big event, and it was nice. And there was a fella there that was making shirts, and by golly, I had to buy some of his shirts because he had some dandy work. So I had Country Music's Andrew Dean all embroidered all over it. And he says, "Look at this shirt," and I says, "I think I'll take that."
There you go. I'm looking at a nice patriotic shirt you're wearing too for the cover to your latest project called "Looking Ahead," and we're going to play that song for you tonight.
Right.
That is awesome, and so that fits the 4th of July perfectly.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Tell us about your story and how you kind of got started in country music. I know you're a great storyteller and you love to write songs and tell those stories, but country music is the best genre, I think, for that, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, I started out in my early days doing rock and roll and all that. Actually, in my really early days, I played classical piano, and but I grew out of that, got into rock and roll, and then took a little break for a little while. But the thing that was really, getting at me is I wanted to start to write about life and life stories and things like that. And country music is so much that, and the country family is so much that about life experiences and so yeah, that's what really got me going on country music. And boy, once I really went because I started listening to Haggard and Jones, and oh my goodness, yeah, it was. I love traditional sound, the fiddle, the steel. So,
man, I do too. In fact, so much. Here a couple of months ago, I started classic country radio, and we've got that playing 24/7 on our website. When I'm not on the air, my voice is, and I'll kind of introduce some of the songs. But we've got a lot of great classic country music out there playing for the folks. I think I loaded 240 songs, so that'll keep you entertained when we're not doing this show live.
All right.
So, that is awesome. And, here in Branson, it's got a great history of country music, too. Mel Tillis had a theater here for a while. Willie Nelson and Merle Haggard shared that same theater after Mel left it. It was a car museum. It's been a lot of things. And then the great Mickey Gilley we lost a couple of years ago. He was here for a long time. And even Andy Williams, who wasn't country music, his Christmas show was one of the biggest things in Branson for 19 years straight. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, a lot of great traditional country here, too, as well. Roy Clark, too, by the way, had a theater here, and Glenn Campbell. So.
Oh yeah, and you're hitting some real heavy hitting talent there. Now I'll tell you what, I love all that music. We played in Pigeon Forge for about 2.5 years at different dinner theaters there. And Miss Dolly Parton, I'll tell you, she asked us all to be in her parade on the 1st of April to open things up. And for some reason, every year I had to go. I had to leave because so I had to kind of say no. And after the 3rd year, she kind of stopped asking. But we just enjoyed playing those theaters and seeing folks, and we just had a lot of fun there.
Yeah, isn't it fun performing live? In fact, when I'm looking at your bio, too, you said you help engage fans who want to know more about the details of where your thought patterns are coming from when you're writing these songs. They always love hearing the stories behind the songs, don't they? And that's why I love doing these interviews, and that's what I call them, the stories behind the songs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's always something to be said about, a good song and where it came from. That's kind of how I write.
Mm-hmm. And let me ask you this, too. Now, we got all this modern technology, you can write down on your phone and save it and, finish it later. But, pen and paper still works, too, for that. How's your writing style? What do you use?
You know what? You're going to crack up when I say this, but, I get mail and all kinds of stuff.
Uh-huh.
I got to tell you, I save the envelopes and I use the back of them, and I'll write out a sketch of the song.
No kidding.
Yeah, I've done it on a napkin in a restaurant too, on a placemat one time. I just write on whatever, when the inspiration hits, I write.
Man, I have actually done that when I'm live on the radio trying to remember somebody's name, because I do so many of these. I mean, I do hundreds of interviews, and, I want to make sure, especially in a whole band, I'll have them on a conference call with me, and I try to remember everybody's name, and it's hard, so I kind of write that down on the back of an envelope right here on my desk. I do the same thing.
Yes, sir. I figure if it's blank paper, it might as well be used,
right?
Yep.
I draw a blank once in a while, too. That helps there.
Yeah, I do that, too, sometimes.
Absolutely. Well, tell us, who'd you listen to in radio? We probably mentioned some of those names. Country radio growing up, the great traditional ones like we mentioned probably, huh?
Oh, yeah, the Possum was always big for me.
Oh,
I love the emotion and the feeling and and that guy could carry one syllable, 3-4 notes out, it was like, just, wow. That was one of my favorites. Johnny Cash, of course, is right up there. I loved Johnny a lot, and old Waylon Jennings, in fact, I even had a little encounter with Way, his grandson.
Uh-huh.
So, at a Motel 8 in, I'm trying to think of the town. Now, you talk about a blank. Stony Ridge, Ohio. And he played the little tavern, the little honky-tonk in front of that. And I'll never forget it because the name of it was Mother Truckers.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Love it.
And they opened that whole thing up. The next day we went to breakfast at Denny's, and, well, there he was. So we sat with next day right next to him, sat there and ate with him, had conversation, and so it was really a pretty cool Way encounter. But yeah.
You're not going to believe this, but he's going to be on this program a week from tonight on the 11th of July.
Is that right?
That is right.
Oh, wow. Well, cool, man. Cool.
Yeah, the great Way Jennings. So that's going to be a treat, too. But, man, that is cool. I'll have to bring that up that you ran into him.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Small world in this indie country community, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I met probably his uncle in Whitefield, Texas. His name was James Jennings. He had a liquor store, and me and my buddy were selling insurance all over the state of Texas, and we ran into him one day, and he had all this Waylon Jennings memorabilia, of course, in his liquor store, and all the pictures and stuff like that. It was really cool to visit with him.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's so much to do here in Branson, in the middle of the country, and seeing these shows. And man, if you've never been here to perform, maybe we can help you out with that too.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Absolutely. Tell us about this first song we're going to play tonight. It is called Texas and Tennessee. I love how you combine the two.
Well, now that's kind of goes to a story of a couple friends of mine. She lived in Texas and he lived in Tennessee, and they got this long-distance love affair going. And finally, he said, I'm coming there. And she's like, yeah, right. So it was Valentine's Day. Knock on the door. He came, and a few months later they got married. So, yeah, it's kind of a true story, and one of those life stories.
Yeah, that is awesome. You know, those are the best ones, aren't they? To really put, in fact, stories about your life. You know, you're telling what you've overcome, and Way's probably going to do that too. You know, he's lived a crazy, wild life. You know, and you know, relatives were making that outlaw country and telling the stories about their lives. But those are the best ones, and it's really something when you can put your heart and soul out there in a song like that.
Oh, yeah, and I think, you know, one of the ways I do look at songs and songwriting is that's your babies. You know, when you put them out there, especially at first, you know, you want people to be accepting of it, so you kind of really are watching the reaction, and yeah, that's part of the good thing about music. As long as people are digging it, hey, it's a good thing.
Yeah, I read that in your bio, you know, and you have to kind of nurture them along. But let me ask you this, too. Now, when you're picking the title track for an album, and you've got one, your latest project called Looking Ahead, how is that process of picking the songs that are going to go on that album, and kind of in what order you want to release them?
Well, the whole thing with that's a whole process in itself. But the title of the album just represents the fact we're looking to the future. We're looking ahead, and not looking behind us. No rearview mirror here. We're just chugging along, and each day the good Lord gives us, by golly, we'll take it.
Yeah. Yep, that is awesome. I love that story. And, you know, an artist told me a long time ago, he said, you know, it is kind of like your kids. It's hard to pick a favorite. You know, you love them all.
That's right. That's right.
Yep. And so folks are going to love all three of your songs that we're going to play tonight for you. We're going to start out with the Texas and Tennessee song, and then we're going to come back and talk some more to Andrew Dean and the Farm Machine and play another song called Rain. We've had lots of that here lately in Branson. But we'll come back and talk some more after this first song on a Triple Play Thursday edition of the Tim Kelly Show, live from Branson, Missouri on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
She was off in Texas, he's in Tennessee. A long distance love affair is no way to be. So he told her he was Texas bound. He couldn't wait to hold her when he got to town. When he knocked upon her door, his life changed for sure. Their eyes met and it was said, won't be single no more. Two hearts meet and skip a beat, love is there for sure. A love so sweet it can't be beat, this love's forevermore. So sweet it can't be beat, our love's forevermore. Yeah.
That is Andrew Dean and the Farm Machine, and that is called Texas and Tennessee. Great job on that one.
Thank you.
You know, that won Single of the Year, was it last year for the ISSA Awards?
Yes, that is right.
Congratulations, and I see you've got that on your schedule, too. Going to be going back there in August.
Yes, actually, we're going to be playing at the Wild Wings on the 24th of August. We'll be doing a little playing there, and all through that whole weekend, there's just going to be all kinds of independent music going on. It's a great event, and boy, I tell you what, you meet people that are lifelong friends.
Yep.
And so it's such a treasure to be there, and so.
Yeah, we met Tammany actually in 2018 when we were hanging out at the Nashville Universe Awards at the Wild Horse Saloon back then, and she put that thing together since and has been highly successful with it.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I'm amazed. I have like 14 nominations in the finalist category this year.
That is awesome.
I'm amazed, and humbled, very humbled.
Well, there's a good chance to win something else then. If you got 14 nominations, you're probably going to take home something.
As long as the judges are kind, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, I know a few of them. They're artists, too, and when they win, they get to be judges the following year. So that is a really cool thing, too, that she does.
Yeah. You know, Tim, one of the things, though, with me with awards, that it's the people I meet on the road, on the journey, whether it's award shows, whether it's concerts, whether it's it's the people I meet. It's amazing, the caliber of people you meet and lifelong friends you make. That's the best part of the journey.
Boy, isn't that the truth? And I've won a few back in the day as well. 2016 I took home a couple from that Nashville Universe Awards, and Stormy Warren, who was at the time with Sirius XM The Highway, handed them to me, and I really didn't that night know who he was. I know now, and now he's over broadcasting on Garth Station, the Big 615 out of Nashville. So he's just a great person and been a great friend ever since, and we had the time of our lives, and you just don't forget that. And the people that were sitting on our table, other artists that I've played on the radio over the last 13 years almost, that were there too, and we got to meet them in person, and there's nothing like that.
Oh yeah, that's cool. That is really cool.
Yeah, it's just neat ways to bring folks together, and that's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, win or lose, it's just fun to be there, and it's fun to dress up and walk the red carpet, isn't it?
It is. Now, I wore a tux the last 2 years, but I've decided this year I'm going with a little more Western flair, so we'll see what happens.
Awesome. Well, that might be, I want to ask this next question, the reason for the Farm Machine. It's Andrew Dean and the Farm Machine. Is that how you grew up, raised on a farm and maybe wearing overalls and that kind of thing?
Yeah, and Carhartts and you name it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And get out there and do the chores, then we come in and eat breakfast. And by the way, if you don't want to get out of bed and go out there and work the chores, maybe you don't want breakfast. Boy, this boy was out of bed. We was working.
That's awesome. You know, what a way to grow up, and that's something you never forget either, and your folks obviously raised you right, because it says you're patriotic, you're inspirational, you love to do gospel music, and you make great country music, and so they did a great job raising you, my friend.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm ever grateful to them for being such good parents, I'll tell you. God bless me.
Absolutely. And we were talking off the air, too, about family life a little bit. You and your wife have been married for 27 years, so there's something to be said for that as well. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. We love that. Going to be at the ISSA Awards. I'm looking at down here. Let me go back to July. You got a lot of venues coming up. You're all over Ohio, and you're even doing a concert for the mayor in Fremont, Ohio, coming up, I see.
Yep, that is correct. We look forward to that. They just built a brand new amphitheater here, and I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a good time.
Awesome. Now, I hear this phrase quite a bit. It's called Christmas in July. You're doing something like that, so tell me about that. You playing Christmas tunes in July, right?
That, you know what, my wife would have Christmas every day of the year. So, I mean, yeah, we're doing Christmas in July, and we have fun with that. It's something we do about half the show with Christmas tunes, and wear our crazy hats and carry on, and then we switch it over to some good old country music, and that's kind of the way we take it out. But it's interesting. We don't have to deal with snow that way.
There you go. I love that. And You know, I was just telling you, I got a buddy that used to be here in Branson, and he moved to Arizona. Well, it's really hot now in July in Arizona, so they went up to Minnesota. And this was early last month in June, but it was still spitting snow flurries in Minnesota, and he put it on Facebook Live and showing everybody it's still snowing in June in Minnesota. So.
Yeah, I got some friends up there too, and he said the same thing. And I said, "You're kidding me?" I said, "They better stop that. I'm coming up that way." So
yeah, and that's the thing too, isn't it? About picking your show dates and when you're going to be performing in a certain place. Like I got another artist in South Dakota, and you know how cold it gets up there, you know, and they really struggle to stay busy sometimes because of that weather. They get a long winter.
Oh yeah, I love it up there. It's really nice. I went all through Needles and all that stuff up there. I mean, it was an amazing trip up that way. But we went when the weather was nice. Yeah. We were up in Maine the one time. Now we went up to Bangor and up in that area and played, and it was November. It wasn't so nice. So we had to rethink that after that.
Well, one thing that the farmers do need, that's a lot of rain. That's the title of your next song, simply one word, rain, and it talks about that in the song as well, how there hadn't been any rain, the crops are burning up or something to that effect. So tell us about this one.
Well, it's kind of got a metaphor to it. The rain can be rain from the sky, that the water, of course, waters all the crops, or the rain from struggles in life that you have, that being, you know, like crying, or, you know, I've lost jobs and wondered where the money's going to come from, you know what I mean, with a family and everything. So it kind of represents that angle of things as well. You know, the banker, you know, he wants more, and that's one of the lines in there. And so, I mean, it's got a nice flair of country, but the other thing that is going on in there, I had this feller that played a blues guitar like nobody's business, and so I said, you know, let's do some fills in there with some blues. Wow. We went in, and he's like, do you, he's a quiet guy, he goes, "Do you like it?" And I go, "We're keeping that." So, yeah, it's good. I love it, and it really talks a lot about a lot of life struggles as well as watering the crops.
Yeah. Well, you know, God takes care of his people. I know you believe that, you know, being a country gospel artist, and I get a lot of great country gospel music sent to me here lately too. And you're a hard worker, and you're trying to do what's right. You're keeping your marriage together, and it is hard in this economy. You know, things are just crazy right now, especially real estate. If you want to try to buy a house, it's just fantastically high, isn't it? So, you know, and you're doing the right thing, and you're using the extra funds, I'm sure, that you have to record these songs that we have the pleasure of playing on the radio. And, man, we sure appreciate that.
Thank you.
Absolutely. It's not cheap to do that either, is it?
No, sir. It costs a lot. Everything costs money, and when you start recording and doing stuff like that, a lot of fellas have home studios and that. But I work with 4 different studios. I work with 2 studios in Nashville and 2 in Florida. So that was with this particular project right here. That's kind of what we weaved into it, was a little bit of the Florida as well as some of the Nashville. So it was really interesting in doing that, and I produced and just engineered and put the whole thing together pretty much myself. So all the writing is of course mine, and so you know, it's just, as I say, it's been an interesting project because I got to do a lot of different stuff. Because I even like the trap music, like the Florida style music, Jimmy Buffett style, if you will, and we did a few of those on there just to have some fun.
That is awesome. You know, it is a lot of work. I talk about that all the time. You know, you're a writer, a producer. You got to make graphics for everything, and I see you do that. You know, on your album covers, you got one for Rain, or all your song covers. You got a bunch of them on your website. So that all takes a lot of time and thinking things through, and you know, it is a process, isn't it? A lot of work.
I have to thank Impressive Images for that. They came up with it, and it was really done. Of course, you got to go through everything that is presented and make your decision. So, yeah, just thankful for that.
You got one for happy hours. You're standing in front of a clock there. It's just, you got a lot of cool stuff going on. So that is good stuff.
That song right there, that happy hour song. Now that's one of those Florida songs, just laid back, and it's about happy hours and the beach. Yeah. So yeah.
I love it. It's that time of year, isn't it, around July 4th, and everybody's probably off on getting ready to do a 3 or 4 day weekend, probably starting it today on the 4-day weekend. So
we want some happy hours.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a safe, happy weekend, and we want to see you back here next week because Wade Jennings is going to be here on the 11th, 1 week from tonight. So that's going to be fun, and I know you'll probably be tuned into that one as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, it's been fun having you. Where can folks reach out to Andrew Dean and the Farm Machine if they want to check you out? I'm looking at your website, but I'll let you tell it.
Yeah, just go to www.andrewdean.us, and it's a hear it, see it, turn it up, and feel it, nice and loud. If you want to, kind of website. It's got the album Looking Ahead, and it's kind of a multi-sensory, interactive musical experience. So it's nice. That's a little something different we tried with this project on the website. So just go there, come on in, sit a spell, and we are really happy to have each and every one of you come on in, and you'll see where we are, who we're with, and what's going on, and come on out and see us.
Thank you so much for doing the program. We thank you for giving us some time on this Independence Day, too, to do the interview. I appreciate that, and you'll be in Montclova, Ohio tomorrow night, right?
That's right.
Okay. What venue's that?
Well, that's an outdoor venue where we're going to be playing, and it's one of those corporate jobs where we're playing for a corporate event. So. Okay.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on booking those, and go follow Andrew Dean and the Farm Machine, and also his website, andrewdean.us, and you can keep up with his show schedule and catch him on a live show. And there's nothing better than supporting the indie music community and these artists that we're playing and helping them make it through a live show by the finances, and that is great stuff. And you, I'm sure, got some cool merchandise too, and some merch tables available, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. We love it when people come up after the show and visit with us a little bit too.
There you go. Absolutely. Had a pleasure having you tonight, and don't be a stranger. Let's do this again, and we can showcase some more of your songs.
Well, Tim, I just want to thank you for having us. It's really been an honor and a treat to be here with you, and we just really appreciate you.
You are welcome. We're going to play the song Rain, and then the top of the hour is going to kick off with his title track to Looking Ahead from Andrew Dean and the Farm Machine on The Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this July 4th Triple Play Thursday.
Crops are all dead, and the weatherman said no rain is coming our way. The wolf at the door, the banker, he needs more. You're free to live, but you can't stay. Then came the rain, pouring down. Not a word, not a sound. Then came the rain, a tumbling down, feeling lost all the way down. When the rain came tumbling down, when the rain came tumbling down, when the rain came tumbling down, when the rain came tumbling down. took my farm and sold everything. Tractor, truck, and my old wedding ring. Now I work in a factory on the outskirts of town. Boss man came in today and shut her down. Then came the rain, pouring down. Not a word, not a sound. Then came the rain, tumbling down. I'm feeling lost all the way down. When the rain came tumbling 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 down.
The best in new country starts now. On Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Looking ahead, and what do I see? The old man looking back at me. That's one place I promised I'd never be. Looking in this mirror back at me. Look away and look ahead. I never listened to a word they said. A young at heart, each day a new start instead. You don't know how far you'll go till you reach. You'll only go as far as you believe. Each day one step at a time. You'll find your rhythm and you'll shine. Look away and look ahead. I never listened to a word they said. A young at heart, each day a new start instead.